Hi guys, let's put together a Christmas card. I did recently a card showing you guys that if you don't have a bunch of stamps or you don't have a die cut machine, you can still make adorable cards by using like confetti is what Walmart calls it, or table scatter or something like that in lieu of die cuts, sentiments, etc. Let me grab that card. Because this pretty guy here, this piece is from Walmart. It's in a little set. I don't remember where exactly I stuck the remainder. There they are. This little guy, it's called Large Confetti. It has two of the big Merry Christmas, two of these holly berry and leaves, and then two Christmas trees. Good size, because this is a 9 1/4 of a leaf by 4, so they're huge. Anyway, I tell you all of that because I do have a die cutting machine, not an electronic one, just a manual one. But I still like to look around because not everybody has that. Not everybody has access to it, etc., etc. Well, I saw yesterday Walmart has this smaller package of confetti, and it was $1.24. The other one was $1.94. So these guys, there are 3 designs, 8 of each one, and you can doll these up in different ways. Okay, there's that one. Here's that one. And then there's this guy. They're super glittery on one side, and they do shed a tiny bit, but not anything bad. This is what the back side of them looks like. So if you didn't want the glittery side, you don't have to have it. You just flip that dude over. What I don't like about the glittery side is that the eyes are kind of a greenish color, which would be fine if it didn't match the mouth. The mouth should not be green. Anyway, I worked on it. Here's the little snowman. Again, he has green eyes, same color as his hat. But the back side of him looks like that. He's cute, right? And then you have this reindeer. And this is the most adorable little reindeer I've seen in a long time. So this is the glittery side, and he's just as adorable on the other side. Okay, so what did I do to make these guys different? Well, one, I didn't like the eye color on any of them. So, get those out of the way. So, I went in with one of my black pens. This is a precision pen by American Crafts. I actually bought a set of these, and the other ones were junk and skippy, and I just didn't work good, so I threw all the rest of them away, but this one worked well. Plus, I also used this little Sharpie pen. This is a fine liner pen. Alright. So I went over the little eyes that are glittery, mind you, and they will stop your pen up if you don't stop and remove some of it. Now I tried a gel pen. That didn't work very well. So I took my black pen and I went into the eyes and onto the nose. And then I decided to use glossy accents so that they were a little bit raised. And then they were just too dull for me. So I came back with my black pen after the glossy accent had set for a few days. And I went over the glossy accents with the black pen again. And then I used my white gel pen to do little highlights in the eyes and in the nose. That's what I did to the reindeer. Now for the snowman, I did his eyes exactly the same, but then I went into the nose with some orange stickles. I always forget I have these. I don't think this one has a color name, does it? Well, I don't see it. That don't mean it's not there, but I don't see it. Anyway, I bought several of these at Tuesday Morning a long time ago for 99 cents, and some of them I got for 49 cents. So you keep your eyes open in places like that because you never know what you'll find. So that's what I did to that guy, and then I came back with my white gel pen, put the highlights in the nose, in the nose, in the eyes, and then a little bit on his little hat there. Now, Santa Claus. This Santa, I just used the black pen on his eyes and took my white gel pen and did a little highlight. Now see the difference between this eye and this eye? Much better, right? So I put the glossy accents on the eyes and on the nose. I highlighted the nose, and I will the eyes as well, but you can just color that glossy accent. And if you have alcohol markers and you have like little pearl gems, you can do that as well, and I'll show you, because this one will have to sit. Alright, so these are just these plain pearl gems. I used the same pen, colored these two black, and that's what I'm going to use on this little Santa's eyeballs. Well, if I can pick him up. That little Santa's eyeballs are going to be these little black ones. I took my alcohol markers and I colored, this was supposed to be blue, but it came out purple. And then I colored these two blue and put a highlight on them. No big deal. So, I need to pop these little eyeballs on. And it works really well. I'm actually very impressed and pleased with how well those color up. Because, I mean, I didn't want all of them to have green glittery eyes. And then if I wanted those really shiny, I could go back over it with my glossy accents. And shine them up a little bit more. Get my pen in there. Alright. Oh no, come on now. Oh, good grief. I am so clumsy. Disastrous. Now, I kind of smeared this little white highlight, and I'll go back over the black after I'm done handling this guy. And then I could also use the glossy accents on his nose, like I did the other one. Alright. I think he's cute, other than needing to clean up and not let my highlight be quite so big. I'm making an A2 size card. You know, my normal. 5.5 by 8.5, scored at 4 1/4. I'm using just a regular white card base. There we go. Now, with these same pearl accents, these guys here, I have a die that cuts out these beautiful little snowflakes, and I just stick one of those little pearls right in the middle. I want some that have the pearls and some that don't. Alright. So we already discussed my card base. Then I have one mat that goes on the outside that's cut at 4 1/8 by 5 3/8. I have two mats that go on the inside. The first one is cut at 4 by 5 1/4, and then the second one's cut at 3 3/4 by 5. Let's see, what I like about this pattern paper is you can either use this mint green side or you can use the red side. And I think it's cute. Then, because I'm a wackadoodle and I do these things, I have I have my sentiment one and then 3 mats that are going to be attached to my sentiment. What was I going to tell you about this? Oh, this little guy here. If you don't have access to really good thick cardstock, or maybe you don't have the money for it, that's perfectly fine. These are paint samples. You know, the little card paint samples that you can get? You can get them at Walmart. You can get them at any hardware store. So I got out the black one to use as my... No, I did not. I got out this Hunter Green. My bad, sorry. It's deepest woodland green as my bottom mat. And just cut it down like you do any other cardstock. No big deal. But when I very first started, I wasn't sure I was going to enjoy it, so I wasn't looking to spend, hundreds of dollars. But I didn't want just white on white on white on white. So every time I went to Walmart, I looked through their paint, these little cards, and I picked up a few here and a few there of the ones that I liked and brought them home. And then anytime I went to Lowe's, I did the same thing. Because why not, right? I didn't go in and take handfuls, because I think that's foolish. But I did, get 5 or 6 of each color that I wanted. And over time, I built up quite a little collection of those paint cards. I wouldn't call that a paint chip, and I wouldn't call it what I would call it is a piece of cardstock that shows you what color options you have. Oh, I didn't tell you the sizes of these guys. That was foolish. The first one I cut at 2 1/4 by 2 3/4. The second one's cut at 2 1/8 by 2 5/8. The third one is cut at 2 by 2 1/2. And then my sentiment card is going to be 1 7/8 by 2 1/4. It's helpful to give out that little information now, isn't it? Good grief. I'd forget my head if it wasn't attached. And I applied extra adhesive to the back of this one because it's kind of slick. So I wanted to make sure it stayed down. Now I know that the art glitter glue would hold it. I have never had anything come undone using that glue, and I cannot say the same for other glues. Including Aleene's. Come on. Come on, come on. Thank you. Now, I want this guy up here. Hang on. straight. Ooh, please don't tear up. There we go. Oh my goodness. Talk about a mess. Also, I got out, this is a red and white baker's twine that you can get at Joann Fabric. That's where I got this one, and they're in the $1.99 section. But you can also get it, I think it's 3 rolls per package, not all the same color, 3 different colors, at Dollar Tree, obviously for $1. And then there's this one. It's a little more chunky. However, this one kind of separates more. It doesn't stay this tightly woven. I got this at Walmart. It was $1.47, and this was 72 feet. And I have several rolls of it. Now, why I thought I needed multiple rolls at 72 foot a roll? Oh, I know why. Because I used it last year to wrap gifts when I embellished Christmas gifts. Instead of wrapping ribbon around it, I just use that baker's twine on white wrapping paper and on craft wrapping paper. And they turned out really cute. Oh, you know what I didn't do? And maybe I might ought to figure this out. I was going to use this little red ribbon that I've had forever and forgot that I had. It's just kind of a sheer ribbon. So we'll have to put this down low since I forgot to add it earlier. That gives me an idea anyway. I'm forever forgetting something when I do cards. I don't know why. I pre-prep it. I lay it all out. You'd think I'd remember it with it being right here in my face. But somehow, some way, I tend to forget regularly. And one thing I like to do when I use ribbon is I use a 2-sided tape to stick it down. I don't like using Scotch tape. For me, it has not worked well to hold it as tightly as I want. So I use 2-sided tape. I stick it down where I want it, and then I come back with just a small piece on each side of more 2-sided tape to help hold it down. What is your weather like where you're at? It was like 72 degrees here 2 days ago or 3 days ago. I think it was 2 days ago. Today, we barely made it above freezing. What is going on? Crazy pants. There we go. Come on. If I can get under here. Maybe. I've already been watching Christmas movies. Have you guys? I always do. Like 2 weeks before Thanksgiving. It just kind of puts me in the spirit, puts me in the mood. Now, any earlier than that, it's just too early. like recognizing all of the holidays. Thanksgiving for me is a big one, just because of gratitude. However, I think that's something that you should have year-round, and that you should show that you have year-round. Oh, also, I went over his little mouth with a red gel pen. So, am I gonna... Yeah, let's glue him straight down since I used pearls for his eyes. Wait a minute. So I want one or two of these behind him. Yeah, maybe. Come on. Then I squirted too much on there. Imagine that. And this is a shimmery cardstock. It's actually from Nina, and I got it at Tuesday Morning. It's just solid white on one side and then it's shimmery on the other. I love it. Absolutely love it. So I bought 2 packages of it. It was only like $1.99, and that's been a long time ago. However, I have noticed with Tuesday Morning that just because something was a long time ago doesn't mean that you won't see it again at some point. Because if it's not selling good at one store, they rotate them out, send them to other stores. And I'm hoping my last card that I filmed is going to turn out okay. I'm afraid it's not, because I used a shimmery cardstock and it really disrupted my camera. My camera was like, no, that's not what we're going to do here today. Try again. You freaked it out completely. Oh, no, quit squirting. But see, that little Santa Claus is cute. And you get, well, they're all 3 cute in my opinion, but you get 24 of them for $1.24. I mean, my goodness. Can't really beat that. Alright, then we'll put another snowflake down here. And hopefully I'm still in frame. Every time that I'm not filming for a while, I kind of forget my setup. Is that terrible? I think it's terrible. No, I mean, I kind of forget the exact location everything needs to be. Or I'm moving things up or over. Then I have out 2 different stamp sets. One I bought on eBay, I don't know how long ago. This guy. I think I want to use this Santa Claus is Coming to Town. And then this one is by Hampton Art. I bought it at Tuesday Morning for only $3. And I'm going to use this May All Your Christmas Dreams Come True on the inside. Stick down there, buddy. And then I might go around the edges of this with a brick red or something like that. I don't know yet. And I don't know why I still have this in this bag. I just stuck it in the binder like that. Things that make you go, what was I thinking about there? You know what I mean? this one. Get out of the way, snowflake. Black ink. And I have never used this stamp, and I've had it probably 3 years. Isn't that silly? Ooh, glare. Alright, there's that one. Are you kidding me? Do you see what I just did? This is a mono sand eraser by Tombow. And that's not going to take that off of there. Crap! That's what I get for not giving it a minute. I'll figure that out in just a second. But before I go getting anything else all messy, let's put our inside in. Big old black marks. Good grief. And I could redo that one and just glue it to the top of it. That would be one way to fix it. But I'm going to see what I can do. My camera died. So all I did was I took my Nuvo drops, glitter drops, in Ruby Slippers, and I just did red dots. I covered up this part here, and I couldn't just leave it there just having those random 3 dots. So I put 2 more over here. You can see what I did. And that was it. So I'm going to call it done. What do you guys think? I think he turned out cute. Anyway, be sure to let me know what you think. Thanks for spending a little bit of time with me. And remember, look around when you're in Walmart for all their seasonal times. They put out some sort of table scatter or confetti or something like that. They do it for every holiday. And these come in handy for card makers, especially ones that don't have die cutting machines. Anyway, that's it for this one. I was going to put a bow on it, and I moved it all around, and I didn't like it anywhere. So I left it off. Thanks for spending a little bit of time with me. I certainly appreciate it. I hope you all have a great day and a glorious tomorrow. Bye, guys.